Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wake Up Report. And the resemblance is just uncanny. I tell you, I honestly cannot tell the two apart. Zoe Saldana has been getting absolutely blasted over her portrayal in the upcoming Nina Simone biopic. She has been getting heavily criticized, number one, for taking on a role that many people say, and they are absolutely right, she looks absolutely nothing like Nina Simone. Number two, she further has insulted black women by donning makeup to make herself look darker, to change her nose in appearance to look more like Miss Simone. This one has just turned out to be an absolute mess. The movie will be released under Robert L. Johnson, or Bob Johnson, of former BET fame. His new I believe it's RJL Entertainment. Bob Johnson gave one of the most ridiculous statements regarding this film. To quote Mr. Johnson, this is in regards to Miss Saldana and her performance or portrayal as Miss Simone. She gave her heart and soul to the role and displayed her extraordinary talent. The most important thing is that creativity or quality of performance should never be judged on the basis of color or ethnicity or physical likeness. And I'm assuming that if Mr. Johnson's production company ever does a biopic on President Obama, we can look forward to maybe somebody like Daniel Day-Lewis portraying the president, because after all, it doesn't matter what you look like as long as you kick out a good performance, So I mean, that just absolutely ridiculous. But I will say, if you've listened to previous interviews with Ms. Saldana in regards to this film, now obviously it is not like she is doing this to purposely incite any type of a negative reaction. But she's expressed admiration. She's expressed total respect and admiration for Miss Simone. And I guess as an actress and as a creative person, she felt that she could bring that respect to the big screen or wherever it's going to be released. Hey, I think I can handle this role. I think I can handle Miss Simone. Now, you can't. This woman was just way too deep to attempt to take on the role of Nina Simone. That's like doing Shakespeare or something like that, man. If you ain't really got the pipes or the talent to do it, man, don't even attempt it. So I think she brought tried to bring an honest portrayal of Miss Simone with respect to the role. Tried to do as much, I would say, from an artist's perspective, to transform herself into Miss Simone. And I guess with it being like, when you saw her as Nina Simone, your reaction was supposed to be like, man, I didn't know that was Zoe Saldana. That was like watching the real Nina Simone. This one just absolutely did not work. And what we wound up with, I guess, is a case of black people doing blackface about black people. When Bob Johnson gave that quote, I guess the person who was interviewing him, when he said that the performer should not be judged on the basis of color or ethnicity or physical likeness. Well, the next question was, then why did Zoe Saldana have to put on all that makeup? And we didn't get an answer for that. Of course, he didn't have an answer for that. The using of the makeup, just a disaster, just an absolute disaster. It doesn't look good. The movie's not out yet. The movie won't be out until April, so we've yet to see the performance. This is an absolute smack in the face to black women, to dark brown black women. Okay, dark-skinned black women everywhere should be and should rightfully be upset about this. There are a lot of black actresses out there who should be just absolutely insulted that you could not have found a woman that looks like Nina Simone, and physically, that you don't have to put on no makeup to darken the skin and all that kind of stuff, man. So in cases like this, and I'm going to say in her defense, typically the industry goes with, I'm going to say, what's the hot chick, okay, the hottest thing right now, and Zoe, as far as actresses, well, she's one of the hottest things right now, so you're talking about Star Trek and Columbiana. That was my favorite. Forget Nina Simone. Do a sequel to Columbiana. That was like my favorite Zoe Saldana movie. I want to be a killer. Can you teach me? Just do another Columbiana, man. I love that movie. But So she right now is the current hot chick. It was the same thing with Jessica Alba when she got the role for Susan Storm in the Fantastic Four. It was the same thing for Halle Berry when she got the role for Storm in the X-Men. They are not concerned with authenticity. You know, in their minds, the people who sit down and make these decisions, they feel we have to get a star name in order to attach itself to this project so this project can make money. Ridley Scott with Gods and Kings, that was his excuse. You know, I can't get $150 million or $200 million to make a movie with a no-name actor in the name of authenticity. So Christian Bale, Russell Crowe for the Noah movie, you know, quote-unquote big names will attract people to the projects. But what is happening, I think, is that people are starting to really kind of wake up to this. And, black people, white people, Latina people, everybody. I mean, it would be like me playing George Washington. I want to do a biopic about George Washington, the father of our country, and I'm going to play George Washington. And it's like, please, who in the heck is going to believe that? And I put on all this white makeup and all this kind of junk to make me look like, it's just absolutely ridiculous. You know, cast a white guy to play a white guy. Black women have every right to be insulted by this. The black actresses that are out there should be insulted. You know, you're not telling me you could have gotten Uzo. Uzo, excuse me, looks more like Nina Simone. Kimberly Elise, Viola Davis. And probably my personal favorite, if I were casting for Nina Simone, well, Uzo would be, I'd say, my second choice. But my first choice would be Macy Gray. Macy Gray, I think, absolutely would have killed it as Nina Simone. Yeah, you know, this is it. You know, to say that black women aren't good enough to play black women unless a light-skinned black woman has to use makeup to darken herself to play a dark-skinned black woman. As much passion as you have for a role, sometimes it just ain't for you. And this role definitely was not for her. Remains to be seen what is going to happen with this movie. But if we are, in fact, because we got to play it all the way across. We got to be fair on one end. We got to be fair on the other end. And I think black people, by the reception to this movie, if we jump on white folks for portraying Egyptians inaccurately, then we have to jump on black folks for doing inaccurate portrayals of black folks, or anybody for that matter. It'd be like getting a black woman to play Selena. That'd be absolutely ridiculous. The Latinos wouldn't stand for it. You know, but since we seem to, in the past, I will say, we've let white people get away with these portrayals of black historical figures, and we haven't said anything about it, haven't done anything about it. And I think that, you know, for Bob Johnson, a black man, to have not caught this kind of a gross negligence of, you know, it's just ridiculous, man. So Miss Simone's family is not happy about it. They've expressed their disgust and their outrage. They never wanted her to play this part to begin with. That should have been a clear indication, man. So, and yeah, just a little bit off note, because as you saw, as I went through my pictures to find a picture of Nina Simone, this picture in particular, you know, maybe I'm going to do a show about this, but look at this picture. And I'm going to tell you something. You look at that picture, you see how black people look correct when they wear anything that looks Egyptian. You see how authentic we look when we don that Egyptian dress? That is what an Egyptian looked like. That is what Moses' mother looked like, the Egyptian that found him. That is what Cleopatra looked like. That is what Eve looked like. The woman who birthed every single woman on this planet, from white to black to everything in between, that is what she looked like. Okay, now that's definitely another show, but you know, just a little sidebar, because I think that's a great photograph. I think I'm gonna keep that one. If we're going to ride white folks about inaccurate portrayals, then we have to do the same thing to ourselves. We have to hold everybody accountable when they do something that we know is historically inaccurate, physically inaccurate, factually inaccurate. I think as an artist, she was trying to make a statement as an artist. There was another film called I'm Not Here, I believe. It was about Bob Dylan, and you had different actors and actresses portray themselves as Bob Dylan. It was an artistic statement that I think just went wrong. I hope people don't hold it against her in the long run. I just think, hey, what was the lesson learned from this serious wardrobe malfunction? Hey man, if you can't bring it like Jamie Foxx brought it in Ray, hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back. This is KTM in the Wake Up Report saying think a little bit. It will do wonders for you.